What are you wearing, Wally?
Well, I thought if I dressed like a tech whiz kid hacker, I would have the brain of a tech whiz kid hacker. And then I'd be able to get us out of here, you see. Don't I look smart?
Well, I suppose it's not a bad idea. But you know what? I should be the one dressed as the tech whiz kid hacker because I'm the smart one, obviously. So, yeah, I'll get my costume on. Right, so now I'm going to do the.
If you, I'll just see that thing over there. Yeah, just click that. Type it. Type something. Type that thing that we said. The other thing there. Type it, and then DF4297, and then.
Oh right, yeah. Obviously, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you knew as well what we were going to do. All right, here we go.
Yeah. Oh, no, not that one. The other one. Hey, look! This guy is doing magic tricks. Maybe we should try that instead.
I am the great Crescendo, the second greatest magician of all time.
Who is the first?
The great Christophe Chouret, my teacher and mentor. For my first trick, I've got an ordinary pack of cards and I need someone to help me with this trick. You'll do. So, pick a card, any card, and you may look at it and show it to the camera. Now put it back in here. Now I'd like you to pick a number, any number.
14.
14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Is this your card?
No.
Okay, pick a number.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No.
Oh, no, pick a number.
2.
1, 2.
No.
Oh. The great Crescendo's next trick is a very dangerous trick. It's been handed down through generation upon generation. It's quite dangerous. Are you prepared? Pick a card, any card. Look at it and show it to the camera. Okay, put it on the top here. On the top. Ready? Have you got protective eyewear? Okay. Count to 3.
1, 2, 3.
Is that your card? Oh, it worked! Great Crescendo does not only do tricks with cards. Here I have an ordinary tea towel. There are no hidden trapdoors, and I am going to make it move spontaneously. Here it is. You can see I've got nothing hidden. Ooh! 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 For the great Crescendo's next trick, I would like to draw your attention to these six court cards, the Jack, Queen and King. I'd like the audience to pick any card. Choose one and focus on it. Focus on it, that's it now. Focus on your card. I want you to visualize it. I want you to see it. Picture the colors and picture the face and picture the shape. And now I'm going to make it disappear. for the finale of the Great Crescendo's magic show, the 450th Best Magician on Meadvale Road, I'm going to make this rabbit disappear. We've got a solid wood cupboard. Would you like to get in? No trapdoors, very solid, very solid. And here, we're going to make it disappear. Make it disappear. Can you breathe in there? Make it disappear with a 1, a 2, a 3, again. Make it disappear. Let's see. They're gone. Gone. I thank you.
That didn't work, maybe this.
What did you say?
No,
Any luck, Martin?
I've tried everything I can think of. It has to work. I mean, look at me. I've dressed as a hacker and everything. I'm the smartest guy I know. I don't know why it's not working.
Oh, have you tried?
No, I've tried everything, Wally.
What about that?
Everything.
Shall we just give it a rest for a bit and maybe do some craft? That might calm our nerves a little bit. But this one involves confetti. Oh.
Hello everybody and welcome to this year's Avenue Easter Club. My name's Hannah. I'm going to show you a quick craft today that hopefully you'll really enjoy doing from home. In this craft session we're going to make the tomb that Jesus was laid in after he was crucified on the cross. It's a really lovely reminder that actually Jesus is alive and he's with us today. Okay, so this is what we're going to make. So I've just got an outline of the tomb, and then I've got the circle for the stone that was on the front of the tomb. Okay, so all you're going to do is get some scissors and cut around the outside and cut around the circle there. Okay, so I've cut around the tomb and I've cut around the stone from in front of the tomb. Okay, so now I'm going to get one of the bits of my sticky back plastic, which is going to go over the hole for the entrance of the tomb there. So if you peel off the see-through sticky bit and the paper on the back, peel it off like that, and then just stick it over the hole of the tomb. There we go. Okay, so I've stuck that over there and I'm just going to cut off the bits of the sticky tape that's gone over the edge of the tomb. Okay, so I've stuck that on and I've cut around the edge, so one side isn't sticky and one side is sticky. So the side that is sticky, you should have in a little envelope lots of bits of confetti. And those bits of confetti, it's gone on already, I'm going to stick on the bits there. Right, so now I've stuck all my bits of confetti onto my tomb. It looks like this. What I am just going to do as well is use the other bit of sticky back plastic I've got. I'm going to stick that on the other side, the bit beside that was the sticky side. I'm going to stick it on that side just to keep all the bits of tissue paper off. So the last thing I'm going to do is just get a glue stick and stick this stone on the outside of the tomb there, like that. So when you've stuck the stone onto the tomb, that's it, you're done.
Wow! Imagine if our Zoom screens were stained glass. It'd be so cool, and we'd be all like rainbow, and like the sun would shine through, and be like rainbow and
Wally.
shine.
We've got bigger things to think about right now.
What have we got to think about?
Our escape!
Oh yeah, I've been thinking about that, Martin, see, because about the stories that we've been hearing.
Yeah, about Zacchaeus or Zacchaeus or whatever his name is, and the criminal on the cross, right?
Yeah, exactly, because, right, neither of them were set free because of their, like, skills, or even, like, how good they were at anything. Like, so Zacchaeus, right, he must have been pretty good at maths, because he was a tax collector, and he was pretty good at climbing trees. And then, but he wasn't set free because of any of those things. And the criminal on the cross, right, he was nailed to a cross, so, like, he couldn't do anything.
No, that's right. They were set free by Jesus, weren't they?
Well, yeah, because all they had to do was say...
Wait a second. I've got it. Let me just try this one last thing. No!
Yesterday, you heard the really sad story of the day that Jesus died on the cross. And it's the saddest day in history. The most perfect man who ever lived, who never did anything wrong, was killed as a criminal because people hated him and were jealous of him. I think you also heard about the two criminals either side of Jesus, and how one of them asked Jesus to forgive him of all the wrong things he'd ever done, and how Jesus said, "Today you will be with me in paradise." Meaning heaven, meaning Jesus was promising to forgive him and set him free from all of his sins. But what if Jesus was lying? What if he couldn't set that man or us free? How do we know Jesus really could do everything he said he could? It would take something really huge to help us believe that, right? And to realise that was true. Well, to make something like that happen even more difficult, when Jesus died, they took his body down, as they always did in those days, and they lay it to rest in a tomb, which was a big hole cut into a rock. They wrapped a load of special cloths around his body and they put it in there, and then, because the people who had Jesus killed didn't want anyone taking his body away and then saying, "Look, he's risen again," they put a massive, huge stone in front of the doorway to stop anybody getting in or out. Well, the day after Jesus died was a special religious day, so nobody could do anything. But the day after that, some of Jesus' women friends, well, they went to the tomb to put some special spices on Jesus' body. That was something they did in those days to bodies. It might seem strange to us, but it was perfectly normal then. But when they got there, the stone that they expected to have to try and work around somehow, it had been rolled away, almost like it had been thrown away. And the tomb was open, so they went into the tomb to put the spices on his body, and the body was gone. The tomb was empty. Well, except not quite empty, because as they were there looking at the place where Jesus' body had been, two men appeared, except they weren't like other men that they'd seen before. These men were dazzlingly bright. And they asked the women, "Why are you looking for the living among the dead?" And they explained to the ladies that Jesus wasn't there. he was alive, like he'd always promised would happen. He would have to be killed and he would rise from the dead. These women were amazed. Their minds were blown, so they ran off as quickly as they could to go and tell the rest of Jesus' friends. But they didn't believe him. They just thought clearly these women had gone crazy. That dead people don't come back to life. It just doesn't happen. And they all saw him die, so they knew he was dead. One of them, a guy called Peter, ran to the tomb to have a look and see what was going on and check that they hadn't just looked in the wrong tomb or just couldn't see him in a corner. But his body wasn't there either. They couldn't find him either. Why? Well, because Jesus really was alive. Jesus had broken free from death. Not even death could hold Jesus. And they could hardly believe it. It was unbelievable. But it was true. And over the next few days, Jesus appeared to loads and loads of different people who all can say, Jesus really is alive. He was dead, but he is alive. And that is such good news. That is good news that changed the world. Good news for Zacchaeus, who you learnt about a few days ago, because it means that Jesus really could set him free from having to do all the bad things he'd been doing. It was good news for the criminal on the cross, because that meant Jesus really could give him eternal life and freedom in heaven. It was really good news for the ladies who went to the tomb, because it meant that everything that Jesus had promised them could be true now. And it is really, really good news for us, because it means that even now, 2,000 years after this happened, we can be set free. We can have freedom. We can be free to obey God properly for the first time. We can be free to be friends with God. Free to be forgiven by God for those times we mess up and let him down. Free to live with Jesus as our friend, beginning now, going into eternity forever. Free to know him with us, whatever happens to us. The Easter story is good, great news about freedom for us, because it means that we can know true, real freedom, because Jesus, now alive forever, sets us free.
Does that mean?
Do you know what, Wally? I think it does. We can be free. We can be free and friends with Jesus.
That's so amazing. You know, all this time we've been trying to set ourselves free by hiding and wearing disguises and hacking our way out, when
Yeah, right.
really all we needed to do was face up to the wrong things we've done and, well, say sorry. And then we could be free.
Do you know what, Wally? I am sorry for the things I've done. I really am, every single one of them.
Yeah, and you know what, Martin? I am too. I really am sorry. I really am. Me too.